Hello and welcome to episode 45 of our Ostriv Alpha 4.7 Let's Play. Last time we built a whole bunch of houses over here and did a couple other improvements as well, and today we're going to keep on doing a lot of the same and maybe take care of a couple other problems that we've encountered, like no plot for burial, got to build more graves here, and I do want to start expanding this way and maybe see if we can get most of this forest cleared out here. Well, let's go ahead and get right into it. Figure out how stuff is looking up here. This, of course, is the last, most recent block of houses we had built in the last half of the previous episode. This block, and then there were a couple over here as well. So our population is well over 2,100 at this point, 2,156 to be exact. And I believe every house is occupied, as they should be. Most of these are marriages. A couple of these are, like this one, are people that had moved in. So, what we've got to do now is we've got to start expanding up here. I think it's probably a good idea to do another reforestation area and take care of all of that. We have these forestries right here. Might need to put in a couple more things over here. I think it probably would be smart to do... Well, these already sell firewood from the forestry, so we don't need to build any more firewood stalls, but we do need some more storage, probably for all of the firewood. So let's go ahead and put in some of these warehouses here. So we'll just go ahead and put in, probably start with 4. Just get those nice and lined up, and then we'll put in some cart parking as well to make sure that that is able to be utilized effectively. Just right here, and I think I might be able to put one over here. They'll use these for other things, of course. So we'll go ahead and put that there. That'll give them something to do relatively quickly there. So we're going to keep expanding the reforestation areas up here. So let's go ahead and put in right here, find our corner. Go as long as we can on this. Should be 50 units, just like a farm field. Sometimes it's hard to get this to... Okay, so what's too long? Is it that side? Must be that side. So we'll scoot that over just a little bit. It's not perfectly square, but it'll work. It'll be close enough for us because this one is a little strangely shaped there. So again, we need to make sure, I'll just use this for locating purposes. We have this entrance into the town right here. That's where all the trade comes in. We can't block this. I never actually noticed there's a... Is that a sign? I can't really zoom in too much. I might have to zoom in and post and see exactly what that... Oh, those are birdhouses. Okay, I never noticed those. Did I put those there? I think I must have to mark that. I don't know. At this point, this probably was sometime last summer where I would have put those in real life. All right, so we have to put something here. I don't think I can get away with putting houses here because I think that's probably outside the range of market stalls. Yeah. Yeah, so this is quite out of straight here. So we'll go ahead and just turn this into another one of these type of things here. Find my birdhouses again. This is quite challenging to line up correctly here. See if I did this correctly. That is pretty close, but we'll go ahead and move it to here. I think we will call almost. We'll call that close enough. And they'll have to get rid of some of the trees, but that will give us a whole lot of tree planting going on here. And I think we're actually okay on firewood. Yeah, we have 155,000 right now. But if we want to get up to 3,000 population, we are really going to have a ton, and I mean a ton of firewood taken care of. So, what we need to do now is start building out more of these areas over here and make sure that all of that is good to go. So, in the spirit of that, man, that just does not line up very well, does it? Someone didn't do a good job of that. In the spirit of that, we're going to keep going with these fences and try to have a somewhat consistent looking thing here. I think I can get this to sit right about here and still be okay. So what we'll do is we'll fill this entire area here with some houses. And I think I can get this to be what I'm looking for here. A village house with a garden. If I can get this to be lined up with the end of this fence right here, then we will move this to be right about here, move this house, and then put that right about there. I think that's going to be, if I can get this to go all the way down here, and then just move this around until this seems to work a little better. So I think what I have to do instead... Why can't I click on any of these? Get rid of this fence. We'll come back in and try that again. Rotate that way again. Just put that there. We'll put this here. Then I don't think it'll let me go all the way here. No, because one of those other ones will be too long unless I'm able to... Oh, this might actually work. Okay, so now it's occupied. It says this place is occupied. Is that occupied because of this? I think it's probably occupied because of the fence. So let's go ahead and get it slightly off, because the fence is going to go away anyway. That's just a placeholder. Let's try that. Okay. I can live with that. We'll go ahead and put that there, and then we'll take this fence and get rid of it. And then now that this is here, we can put another house going this way. Give that a nice segue like so. I think we can actually get this to line up here. Yes. Oh, you see that? The hitbox for the house is a little bigger than I thought it would be. But we'll go ahead and leave that there. And then we can take this fence and get rid of it. And now, just like this side, the house fences will form this little thing right here. And we are going to line this with trees eventually. But now we have that in place, and we can put a third house, because the entrance is here on this one, the entrance is here on this one. We can put a third house right about here. Have it go this way. We'll go ahead and get this as close as we can here. Make sure this actually attaches. Line this up. Then put that in like so. Maybe give this a little bit more. Yeah. That'll work quite nicely. So we have 3 more houses here. We filled up a lot of this area. And we've kind of preserved the flow through here on this little thoroughfare. And then, of course, this down here. So now we have this little triangle in front of this farm field here. I'm going to try and put one more house here. I think I'm going to have to do some sort of shenanigans with this, because it's going to be too long. So we might actually have to split this up into 2 houses here. So if I do that, then we actually want this to look a little more like this. We know it's not going to perfectly match the angles or anything here. I think I can squeeze that in. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be close enough. Then all we have to do is come back in on the other side, make that fit there. And again, this is not going to perfectly match, but that is okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to make sure we're getting stuff in place. It looks like they haven't really started building anything yet. They're just, oh, we're on 1 times speed. Okay, I should have put on 5 times speed. But now what we've done is that's going to take care of a lot of what's happening over here and make this a little bit more interesting. And should probably check on our wells. They look okay. We'll turn off production just to make sure. Okay, those are already, we should be all right on wells. But that's going to take care of this for the time being. Once they build those warehouses, we'll go take care of those. Probably those will be almost entirely firewood. Now we have this wonderful market area. Still not quite sure what to do in the middle of this. We'll come back to that at some point. But this area will be coming along quite nicely. These trees over here still need to be cut down, so why don't we go ahead, give them a little bit of a helping hand here and start putting in more of these blocks of houses here. It's hard for me to see exactly where this is going, but got 4 right there. Then we're going to kind of follow the curve because I made a mistake in lining up some of this stuff, but we'll go ahead and follow that curve anyway. Increase the size of the front of the yard just a little bit. And then this next one, we're actually going to have a kind of an angled looking yard here to support the entrance to that side of the marketplace. So if we did this, this would just block off half the stuff, right? We don't want that. So what I'm going to do instead is have this like so. Then come in like this, and then turn this house 90 degrees to stick it right there. And then that's going to give us a little bit of a thoroughfare into here that not quite matches the angle of this. Actually, I think I can... Okay, that's going to be a lot closer. So we will do that. That should be perfectly fine. And because, of course, we have this house here, we're going to have this little area back here that needs something, and I think probably not going to be a super exciting thing to put in here, but I think a cart shed with some actual people working here to move stuff around with carts is going to be the thing to do. And we have quite the building queue, so we're going to be probably doing a time lapse sooner rather than later. But of course, now we have this other side here. Go ahead and match this up as well. Just pop some more houses over here. These are always fun when the occupied by what? What's this place occupied by? Is it talking about the I guess it must have just attached to the wrong corners or something. That's strange. Alright, so that's looking good. That's looking good. And then we're not going to have completely matching houses over here. But we are going to put this one all the way up against this granary because this is kind of a closed off area here. So while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and move this over. Move this all the way against here. Now, I guess we probably could put trees in the middle here. You know what? We'll do that. We will do that. I'll put some trees up against the back side of this because that's going to look a little nicer. And then we can know exactly how far to take the fence on that new house. Never hurts to spend a little bit of effort making something look nice while you're in the process of doing it, right? If I can click in the right spot, there we go. Okay, now these last couple I'm going to put in after I put the house in. Why did that just warp me around? Okay. So now I've got this. Actually, this looks pretty close, just the default dimensions of the plot here. So if I were to do that... You know, I'm tempted to just kind of leave it at the default dimensions here. And I think we'll do that. That's fine. We're going to save because the game is scaring me. Okay, see how long it takes to save? That was probably a good choice. Okay. So now we have that in place. I can continue where these cottonwood trees were being placed. And I don't think I'm going to get to do another one quite at the end of this. No, not quite. So what we'll do instead is we will place a fence. It's not going to let me do that, is it? I'll put a fence right there so no one can squeeze through. And then that'll be nice. We'll have a nice big area. Houses here. Access will still be maintained through this corner. We go down here, and then over here, we'll have access for this corner as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at these warehouses. They are all complete. And we're going to go ahead and put firewood. 10K for all of these. Still waiting for the update that lets me just copy-paste the contents of a warehouse to another warehouse like the granaries do. Not 1,000, 10,000. Okay. So now we'll just go to our previous warehouse right here, copy all of this, and copy all of this. And these should start being filled up relatively quickly. We'll go ahead and take off from other warehouses here. And this should help quite a bit with our firewood supply and get us in a much better spot. So that's good. Cart parking is coming along as well. We'll go ahead and order some carts here. They should be building this one pretty quickly as well. Yeah, that was fast. Okay, so now we have all these houses to be built. So what we'll go ahead and do is get a nice time lapse going. We'll get this whole housing queue put out of the way, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, and that is the entire building queue. Guys are still getting kind of hung up, but they'll move along soon enough. So first things first, let's go ahead and order some carts for our cart shed. And get this all set up. We'll just go ahead and copy everything from the previous one. And that should be in relatively short order, all good to go as soon as they get their carts supplied. So that should help with the logistics of this area substantially, as well as give some employment to some local guys here. Like this guy lives pretty close. He doesn't live super close, but you get the idea. So we've massively improved this area in that regard, and population's almost 2,200. Let's go ahead and check on our warehouses over here for all the firewood. How are we looking? Yep, that's full, and full. And our firewood supply now is about the same as it was, but now more of it is stored in a kind of useful location there. We've got these trees are still being planted. These trees are still being harvested. They shouldn't be chopping any of these yet. I don't know why that's doing that, but let's go ahead and go on back over here. Still waiting on some carts to come in, but this is a big improvement here. Zelensky family. That's neat. Haven't seen that one before. Okay, we've got marriages, and this is a new one I always like these houses kind of at the end of these farm rows like this. I don't know what it is, but I just like seeing that. All of these new houses are occupied. These are all occupied. Of course, it's too late in the season for these guys to plant anything, but they'll be planting in the spring, I'm sure. Go ahead and get some of these straggler pine trees removed so we can plant some other trees lining all of these little roads and pathways here. I think that should be all those. Did I get that one? Yeah. So this is looking quite nice. So you might have been thinking to yourself this whole time, that's a lot of houses without a whole lot of jobs nearby, and we're going to fix that. Just wanted to make sure we got a nice mass of houses constructed, because there's a ton of them down here. I probably should be putting some more in here as well, but I want to make sure that we have a solid supply of jobs available, because even so, there's really not that many people looking for a job right now, even though we have almost 2,200, and of those adults, we have 1,600 adults. So, you know, just kind of helps to jam people in there as much as you can. We haven't built a school in a while, though. Take a look at our schools. They're all pretty full. They should be all completely full. I actually don't think we have one over here at all. So let's see if we can find a nice spot to put one, shall we? I kind of like the idea of putting it up near the marketplace and the church area, because that seems to be kind of like a focal point for people. And we have this really long road that goes pretty much all the way down here. So what if we were to put in this general area right here one of those schools? It's not under religion, it's under education. Come on. So we were to put that, say, maybe right about here or so. Maybe right there facing the church. That could look nice. We could kind of tie those into each other. Let's go ahead and put in some more of these burial plots, because I know we need some more space for dead people. So we'll just keep on adding here just off to the side. And that's probably not going to go away for a long time. The notifications for not enough space for the dead, which is annoying. Probably one of the more irritating things about this game, honestly, is that you can't just build a modular, like a cemetery zone or something. Then just get notified when that zone's filled up. But such is the eternal dilemma of city builders based on actual micromanagement, is, oh, you have to actually micromanage. So, I can't really complain about that. So just do another layer here. And see, we're still nowhere close. This person died this year. Okay. That works out fine. I guess we could go ahead and build another layer here, except I don't think it's going to give me the hitboxes for these. No, so maybe we'll come back and do that later. That's going to be really annoying to deal with. But how are we doing on stocking these? Okay, we're selling lots of stuff. That's good. Sold 2,300 firewood so far this year. That's something. I think still should be about half of these are empty. Yeah. We will fill that in as time allows. But yeah, cart sheds. Carts are going all over the place, man. Look at that. So that was a worthwhile addition. It's good that we did that. So we have, I love having the trees line all these streets. So we did that over here. We didn't do it in the middle of the orchards because why would you? But we're kind of missing it here, you know? So why don't we go ahead and take a moment. If I can remember where the thing is. Are these birch trees? I can't ever remember. Yes, birch trees. Come in here with our birch trees and plant them along this side of the street. Don't need them on the orchard side of the street because, you know, it's trees. And of course, along the outside, we'll put our trees there as well as we get to that part. Yeah, I think we are making very good progress on developing the town. Honestly, from here on out, it's probably going to be a whole lot of the same. So I'll try to do more time lapses, maybe do some time skips as well, because, you know, there's only so many times you can watch these guys build a house. As much fun as it is to watch, it does get a little old, a little repetitive after a while. But I do want to see just how big we can make things here. I haven't seen too many Ostriv towns bigger than this. I know there are some people in the Ostriv Discord that have made quite a few more population milestones, I guess you could say. But I would like to see if I can get this to 3,000 and see what other fun stuff we can get into along the way here. So we'll just finish this up real quick. See if I can get one more on the end here. Line this up nice. It's very hard to see. There's a lot of individual things to look at here. Okay, so that's nice. That's going to be looking nice. The school still isn't done, which is surprising. All right, well, they're going to take their sweet time doing that, so we will take a little bit of our own time and put in a bell post in front of the school here. Right about where the entrance would be here. Just pop that there. And then I think we can, these are birch trees as well. Man, I'm creative, huh? Putting these birch trees everywhere. All right. Just plant a few more of these while we're waiting for that school to get built. And then that's probably going to be the end of today's episode. Just wanted to get a little bit of progress done here as we plod along on our goal to 3,000 here. Don't know when the Alpha 5 is going to be coming out. Hopefully sometime soon, but, you know, understandably, things are complicated over there. So we will wish the best for the development team and everything going on over there. Hope they're staying safe. And we will get updates when we get them. We'll just stop right there for now because the school's just about done. Putting the finishing touches on it right now. Roof should go on next. And we did just cross over the 2,200 population threshold, which is good to see. Come on, guys, finish this up. Not too much left. All right, let's give them a little bit of a turbo boost here. I do think we've gotten to a point in the game where the builders tend to get stuck. So that's why I try not to do more than 45 minutes or an hour of continuous playtime, because sometimes stuff just gets hung up. Oh, this guy's floating. Excuse me, sir. That's it's a little concerning. You all right, dude? Getting some drinking water, huh? That's it's very strange. Let's get a screenshot of that. That's kind of weird looking. That's not going to be the title for the video. But the school's done. Turn this down to 5 times speed. Go hire a teacher. That was quick. And then we should have some of the new children from these homes coming in here soon. I did see one notification come up while we were time-lapsing that a horse died of old age. Okay, it's this saltworks, so we have to make sure that we have another horse coming in from the... Good Lord, we have a lot of horses here. So I'm going to turn this very young horse into a draft animal. That one should go there. And we're looking okay on this. I just wanted to make sure that that was properly taken care of. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's episode. We've got a whole lot of more houses built. We've got a little bit more of a kind of community center area developing over here. We're going to put some more production and type things over here and then move toward building a farm up in this corner as we get there. Yeah, that's all the time we've got for today. I do stream on Twitch occasionally at twitch.tv/JCTheBeard if you want to be a part of it there. We do not play Ostriv on Twitch. It's mostly RPGs and just kind of general chill games. Played some Power Wash Simulator a while back. That might be fun to hit up again. Yeah, if you want to be a part of it there, that would be awesome. If not, we're happy to have you here on YouTube. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever that means for you, whatever you're doing. Make it a good one, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.